I was actually, I thought ASMR was the weirdest thing in the world. So actually, it was in my first year in your section. So I've always had trouble sleeping, not because I actually have any trouble sleeping, it's because I have terrible sleep discipline. Terrible. I remember from my first day in Meta, like, fell asleep with my lights on, and I still fall asleep with my lights on now. Obviously, it kills me now because I pay for the lights. But there was this other lady in Arena that apparently had like proper like insomnia. So she used to like, she mentioned this one ASMR thing the one time, and she played this other lady, I think her name's like ASMR Darling or something. And she was like, oh, why don't you just try it? So like I listened to it, and I was thinking to myself, this is the weirdest thing in the world. Because all she was doing was like just speaking to me like, hey, it's me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then she'd like touch things and be like, I got this from the shop today. I hope you guys like it. And it's just like, it's strange, but somehow it relaxes in a very weird way. And yeah, no, ASMR is very strange. But like some other people do like the food one and all that stuff. The food one, I can't stand the food one.
Like mukbangs, where someone just eats food.
Like all like this like super crunchy KFC and like fried chicken and all that stuff. It's for me, it's so interesting. Like how that like, how is this a thing? You know, like how has this become a thing? Not saying that it's bad. I mean, there's nothing I know about it that's bad. It's just so, I never would have thought that there are people that you can tune into and just listen to them make sounds, and it relaxes you, and then you fall asleep.
That's
So, but yeah.
That's ASMR.
Maybe we should have an ASMR session with Lee and Kensy.
And that's more of ASMR with Kensy on his own OnlyFans.
Lol.
I know.
$15.
$15 a month.
Yeah, $15 a month. Yeah. How?
Let's do a little check-in. It's been 6 episodes uploaded so far. I think this is episode 7, and then it's currently 6 episodes uploaded. How is this YouTube journey type of thing going? I mean, you're not really heavily invested as I am into this, but
I think for me it's actually really cool. I think you kind of just think about your day and your experiences a bit differently. When you're being recorded about it, like as opposed to someone saying, "How was your day?" And you're like, "Yeah, well, what happened here?" It's very different, and you articulate differently, and you kind of see things. It's like, wow, this is what it feels like to be behind a camera.
yeah.
And I think it's a really cool thing that we're doing. And people, I wouldn't say by people, I mean like my girlfriend and a few colleagues that somehow managed to pull that information out of me. It wasn't very hard at all. People are actually really interested about like what we have to say. So my girlfriend, like I showed her, like,
Has she watched any of it?
I'm not sure if she has. We were supposed to watch a few episodes on the drive back from to Stellenbosch.
Okay.
And then we ended up having a very interesting debate. Not a debate, but first she wanted me to watch this video about like this American or whatever guy explaining the Zulu tradition and like how like obscene a lot of things we do are, because she saw it and she found it very interesting. So we listened to that for some time. Then we were supposed to listen to the podcast. Then we had a discussion where she was like, suppose we get married one day and I die, would you get remarried? So that discussion lasted like a really long time.
You had to be locked in for that conversation.
Yes. Literally, it was like half of me was on the road, the other half of me was like, pick the right words. Convey your thoughts correctly. Be politically correct within the bounds of this relationship. So it really lasted a long time.
Yeah.
And that completely derailed the plans of watching anything. But she knows about it. She's seen it.
Okay.
And actually now I will ask her.
Yeah. The analytics currently show nothing.
I saw when I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I think the first 2 episodes have like...
The first 2 episodes have views on it.
And the others was like, wow, okay, But then we're not really telling anyone about this.
Yeah, so there's no marketing behind it.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think I'm doing SEO very well with my titles.
Oh, okay.
Or my thumbnails. But Yeah, that's kind of least of my worries. My first priority is to actually pump something out.
and then just have some content.
Yeah.
How does the thumbnails affect things?
Um, it actually it actually affects things heavily. Like your thumbnail is actually more important than your title, according to like YouTubers, like those like how-to videos I watched. But yeah, because that's the first impression. You see a thumbnail first before you actually like see the title.
Or anything?
Yeah. But to me, I'm not worried about that. I mean, there's no one I'm trying to impress at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I think I'm just trying to focus on getting good content out, just getting good stories out. And I always feel like the packaging, you can always redo it. That's the nice thing about YouTube is you can always redo your stuff. You can redo your titles, you can redo your thumbnails.
The descriptions and everything.
Yeah. Like you actually, if you look at some of your big creators, they actually do A/B like testing, like directly. So you'll see Mr. Beast videos. You'll see like the thumbnail will be this for like a week. Next week that will change,
Okay.
and then they're actually getting like analytics for that.
I've heard about that with some people that say, I think it was Stephen Bartlett, on his podcast, he had some guy and they're like,
Yeah.
before they release a book or whatever, they'll go on Instagram and Facebook and do a whole bunch of ads, and they'll do like several different book covers for the exact same book, and they'll see which one gets the most responses.
Yeah.
People engage with the most, and then they'll go with that one. It's very interesting, actually.
Yeah. And just imagine that with YouTube thumbnails.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty cool to see what people do there.
Yeah. And how's the journey been for you? How's it been so far?
It's been good. It's been a good schedule. I've been actually like posting every Monday, so it's actually quite cool for me to keep at it. I think I'm just so focused on work that I haven't really been thinking too much on improving. So I think I'm just trying to get to that 10 episodes and then reevaluate and then probably change up maybe the thumbnails or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you've actually been doing a lot of editing, I can
Yeah.
imagine. Sure. I did a lot of, I mean, I had that whole short film thing that I did and all that.
Yeah.
That took me ages to do. An
Yeah.
incredibly long time. And it was literally just 2 scenes.
I don't think I edited as much as you did. I actually keep my editing as quick as possible. So I basically have to sit there for like 20 to 30 minutes listening to the thing, the podcast, just making sure I hear every word and make sure I hear names, anything I need to cut. So it's literally just like a PR attention focus. Yeah. It's like, okay, don't get canceled. Don't get canceled.
Oh, lol. Objective number 1
Don't get
on
canceled.
our whiteboard.
Yeah. So just listening to things, cutting out, and like sensitive informations. Yeah.
If we were to get cancelled, what would we get cancelled for, actually?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. It was actually interesting. Like, there was like what ifs. Like, I remember being asked that when I was like 15. No, someone asked me when I was 15. They were like, what if it? No, I think I asked them. If you saw me in the back of a police van one day, what do you think it would be for? And that's actually a really interesting question if you really think about it. Like, what? I mean, everyone does like little things. This is in no way, shape, or form a confession, by the way. Some people skip red lights. Some people park on red lines and whatever. Some people tax evasion, whatever the case may be. But like, there are so many little things that are like normalized enough nowadays.
Yeah.
Insurance fraud, whatever the case may be. But if you were to really get arrested, if someone was to just like arrive, like let's say at like 3 Arts, and they would see you like arguing with the cops and they put you in the back of a van, like what would you think I was arrested for?
You? Good question. I think you probably get framed by some business malpractice. Because you're like an entrepreneur guy and then you have a lot of ventures. So I always feel like there's always something like, just one bad egg can always go a long way.
Yeah. Okay.
So
actually,
so I might just think, because you're a stand-up guy, so if I see you getting like pulled up and like put in a car, I would probably think you're innocent at first until like I hear what like the newspaper says or like what's the verdict. But definitely business, corporate,
happened.
like
Books were being cooked.
Yeah, something was being corporate cooking.
Yes.
Anything you had to say about me?
What did I say about you? I think if you were to get arrested, I would think it's because you flew a drone over a public area and you just didn't know.
Yeah.
And they were like, who owns this drone? And I think you'd be honest enough to say it's actually me. I don't think you'd be like, okay, it's some other guy down the street, ran away, you just missed him.
Yeah.
And then I think you would just get in the van and be like, I'm sorry, guys. So I think, yeah. I think that will probably be, that's the first one that comes to mind for me.
Yo, that must be my like second or third offense. Because the first offense, they normally just write you a massive fine.
Is it that big a fine though? What's the deal about? I personally don't see why it would be a massive issue to fly a drone over public space. Like maybe they can tell you don't do it, but in terms of like fining you like severely for it, like
It's just because it's you're basically trespassing. You can get charged with trespassing.
it's like an airspace.
Yeah, airspace type of thing. Because you're also like peeking into people's like privacy over the walls and stuff. Yeah.
So can you say now we live in like a suburb? Can I fly my drone over my house?
Yes, but if your drone can like view other people's yard, then you're in trouble.
So what if I just wanted to see? Excuse me. What if I just wanted to see? I don't know. There was a hailstorm, or there was a crazy storm, and there's a roof tile.
Yeah.
So why would that be a big deal? Let's say I had a very big house. I have to fly high to be able to see what's on my roof. But as a result, I can obviously see around me because it's a drone.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone be like, no, don't fly that? I'm like, yeah, but I want to see what's on my roof though.
No, they can sue you for invasion of privacy.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's like someone hacking into your phone and like looking at your stuff.
That is
Because
wild.
yeah, you need permission to look over your yard. But for example, let's say you own like a estate. Let's say you own or a farm, like a massive land, and you fly and you see everything you see is still just your stuff. You're actually fine. You can't nothing will happen to you, unless there's an airport nearby, and then therefore you can't actually fly your drone in that space because it's too close to like a public airspace type of thing. So you can't fly your drone near like airports. And South Africa specifically, you're not allowed to fly drones in game reserves.
Oh, why game reserves?
Just protection of animals and also poaching. So apparently,
Okay.
what poachers do, they actually fly drones to like get a view of the area, and they'll see like the rangers coming, and then they'll just run away. And, like, they
Okay.
get a head start. So that's why drones is like taboo in game reserves.
So how does it work on a beach?
You're not allowed to. Technically, you're not allowed to. But people do it anyways. But people are kind of chilled about it. Yeah.
So where can you fly a drone if you own a drone now?
Private property, so you can fly it inside your house. That's kind of fine. But that's kind of like
Counterintuitive.
yeah. Or you can fly on private property and get permission for it. Yeah.
So let's say I wanted to film like a scene of like an individual that's like jogging on a road, and I'm flying it not too high. I'm flying like 3 meters in the sky.
Yeah.
And like,
According
it's just following them.
according to South African laws or like the airspace law, all drone flying on public roads is illegal.
Oh snap!
Yeah, but you see people do it because then they just take the chance, and most people don't want to get into other people's business, so they actually kind of just leave you alone. So as long as you're not flying drones into people, and
Okay.
people get it. You're like, oh, you're just having fun.
That's actually because I heard like getting like a drone license like 20 something. What is like very expensive.
No,
They
it's
were
like 35,000 just to get a drone license.
yeah, because there's some people that I think help fishermen out or something.
Yeah,
And like they'll like hook it was like quite a big drone.
yeah,
And they would like take it like down and drop it, and then when the cops show up, like if you don't have a license or okay, I never knew it was so
yeah.
so
No,
finicky.
it is, and I think it should be because it's. I mean, you can see so much, and also it's kind of dangerous as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, flying that drone to someone can really get someone hurt, especially the bigger drones. Yeah.
So how is it going to work? Because I remember in transfer economics, Stellenbosch, there was this person. I don't know if they were doing their thesis on it or whatever, but there was this person that wanted to prove that like drone technology can kind of revolutionize delivery systems. So they wanted to make the first pizza drone delivery in Stellenbosch, and I don't know how on earth were they going to even make that work then? Because they're flying over people's houses and.
If they don't have a camera, then I think it's fine. And they just
Oh,
do
as
a
long as it doesn't have a camera.
Yeah, as long as you're not recording camera, yeah, then you're
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
What if you? So if you're not recording.
yeah, this actually gets rid of a lot of red tape.
Okay.
It's that recording, because that's spying. That's like espionage. It's
Espionage.
yeah.
Sure. Can't imagine you being arrested for espionage.
It's literally, that's like the term, because you're literally like spying on someone else's privacy. But if you have a drone, so like if you get those like, if you get like those toy drones, that's like let's say 150 grams, and like 149 grams, and you fly those, even though it has a camera, it doesn't record, but you can still like see through.
See where it's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually can't get arrested for that, even if you fly that in public areas. Just one, it's so small, the connection, you can't really fly that far away, and two, that's according to like the law, 149 grams drones are considered a toy, so they can't really like do
Okay.
anything to you.
Look at Lee. Look at Lee giving us the. So what if
So
it's 149 and it can record? Then it would be red tape.
That's where it gets a little bit
Gray.
Gray,
Am I
yeah.
pushing the boundaries a little bit?
Yeah, so
Okay.
so then it all depends on like the people. So I have friends who literally flew in game reserves. You know Yonkers Hook Game Reserve?
Yes.
Yeah, I had some friends who are joggers. They flew some drones there, and their drones was like 149 grams. So basically, those drones were like designed to be underneath, and the camera was still pretty good. And I think my friend was friend with one of the rangers at the Yonkers Hook, and the guy said, "How heavy is your drone?" It's like 149. It's like, it's fine. Just fly it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cheat code.
Yeah, so cheat code is like if it's those light drones, people kind of let you get away with it. Yeah, but again, just ask for permission. Doesn't hurt to just ask.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but yeah. So I think like the newest DJIs, it's like the DJI Flip and the DJI Neo. They're like under 150. They're all like 149 grams.
Okay.
They're designed to be like toys, but their camera recording is actually pretty good.
Let me cop one of those. I've always wanted to get one of those. Are those the ones where like you can have like a
You can use
it's like
yourself.
it's like a small thing. It's like that big,
Yeah,
and there's like a setting on it where like you can have it like follow you,
yeah.
and you can like run and it just follows you.
Yeah, yeah. So like those ones are basically like remote free, and then you can just push a button. Just push a button, it flies up and follows you, does everything you need to. And you want more control, you can just control it with your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also voice activated, I think. No, it's not. I don't think so. But somehow it can recognize your hand, so you can't put your hand out. The drone just kind of start landing onto your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Black Friday, I was looking at drones. I think I put a few of them in my cart.
yeah.
Because Takealot was doing that whole thing where like each hour, each business
Oh.
gets a, and I like specifically was like looking at a few drones and like those Xiaomi like robot vacuum thingies.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Those Roombas.
but I ended up going with an air fryer and a vacuum cleaner instead.
Adult choices.
Yes, adult choices.
Yeah,
So
yeah. My like wish list is to get a DJI Neo.
is that the
It's a tiny small one that's like you can control it by pushing, like no remotes needed.
okay?
But the nice thing what they did with the Neo is they designed compatibility, so I can connect it to my like goggles and my controller.
Oh,
So I can literally have another drone at like FPV style, do it like that. Yeah, and it's also way cheaper than the Avata, so it's something I'm willing to crash.
okay.
It's like, do you want to crash something that's worth 5,000 rand, or do you want to crash something that's 25,000 rand?
5,000 is still a bit wow.
It is still a bit, but I'd rather crash something 5,000
Yes.
than something that's 25. So when I was flying my drone, like I actually flew my drone at a work event, and as part of me was like, fuck, please don't crash, please don't crash. And the wind was really, really heavy. Yeah, because I don't have insurance on my drone. I'm a hobbyist drone. I'm actually like a hobbyist drone enthusiast. So no insurance on my drone. I also bought my drone impulsively. So
Yeah, that would have been a bit, that would have been bad actually.
yeah. But I flew it as safe as I could, and
No, he did a good job.
yeah,
He did a very good job.
yeah. Unfortunately, I can't show the footage. Yeah.
Does your drone have a name?
No, it does not.
Okay, so you're not a naming guy.
Not really.
Okay, so my girlfriend gets frustrated with me because I name things. It just happens. It's not a thing I seek. I just see it and it deserves a name.
I
So
see.
my car's name is Stacy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why that name came up, but it
Yeah.
did. and it's not a name that I used to think about or anything. It just
Came.
Um,
Yeah.
my washing machine's name is Cedric. My bonsai's name was Mordecai. He died like a month and a bit ago, unfortunately. There was a bad decision that I made there with that thing that catches the water. It didn't drain it enough. But he was going strong for a while. He had a few good leaves. Then I got another plant, or I got it as a gift from my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hagrid. It's like an indoor tree type situation. So it's like quite big. Like Hagrid's beard and his hair and everything.
Okay.
And then I grew an avo tree from scratch.
Yeah.
And that avo tree's name is Bjorn Bjorn. And then there's the microwave doesn't have a name. The air fryer has a name though. The name's Fuego, which means fire.
Okay.
And then
You're serious about this naming thing.
Yes, very serious. My phone's name is Jarvis. You'd obviously understand why. And my watch's name is Omnitrix.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Ben 10 kids as kids. And then my vacuum my vacuum machine, it's like a like Karsha brand, Karsha something. So I just named it Carlo.
Okay.
So I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that is everything. Yeah, those are all the main guys.
Cool.
So yeah, you should give it a try sometime. Once you start, you can't stop.
I see. Did you have any other names for the podcast when I asked you about it?
I don't think I did actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Was this just not personal enough for you to like come up with the name, or
for me,
how does the naming come to you?
so for me, there was something I was thinking about, but there was a name. I think you ended up saying the After Work podcast.
Yeah.
And then at first I thought it was going to be like the After Work Yapping podcast. And then I think you just ended up going with the After Work podcast. I thought about it and I was like, you know what, actually, because I like all these like my name. It's like this podcast is very similar to like the way my stuff is being named, like Fuego Fire. Besides all the other things like Carlo and all of that. Yeah, I think it kind of just got straight to the point really well. And I thought it could stick quite well, like the After Work podcast, because this is what we do after work. So I was like, you know, is there even a point in thinking about anything else?
Yeah.
So
I was thinking the name can always change, the logo can always change.
I think the name is cool. I think the After Work podcast is cool, because it literally is. I actually don't know what else we'd call it.
Yeah.
The Lee and Kensy podcast is like, okay, it's just Lee and Kensy, but like After Work, okay, cool. There's actually there's a setting to this.
Yeah.
So I think I think if you tried the naming thing, you'd be good at it. So give it a shot if you want. You can think about a name for your phone, your car. You can start there.
Yeah.
Your drone, and I already have names in place for like my future animals and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I always wanted to have another cat, and just call it Lynx. Which is obviously a bit strange because Lynx is already a cat.
The thing is, I have like names, backup names, but only for like MMO characters, for like online game or like for gaming characters. So whenever I play games and have to like pick an alias, I always have like certain names like in my pocket ready. Like mine's kind of biblical because I read the Bible a lot as a kid, and like two names kind of like stuck out to me. I just like the sound of them. So one name is called Othniel. It always sounds kind of bulky to me. So when I play like warriors or heavy tank characters, Othniel is always the name I go to.
It does sound like a bit of a powerful.
Yeah, Othniel. Yeah. Then the second name I always keep in my pocket is always Alcana. It's always when I play a mage, something a bit, or a rogue, something a bit more flexible. Yeah, Alcana.
It does sound okay.
Yeah.
So I was similar in a way, but
yeah.
I didn't play so many games. For me, it was more Skyrim. So Skyrim, my character's name was Victor Frankenstein. So it was like Victor, like with the K, specifically for Victor Frankenstein. And for me, just like
wait, necromancer and
I was I definitely lean more towards like the mage side of things. Like I had my friends preferred like being like warriors and stuff, and I definitely was like went in the magic route.
if you play enough Skyrim, eventually you just go stealth archer build. That's like eventually like the eventual. You know how people say like in like logistics, everything always end up being like to a train, or like the evolution always tends towards a crab for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really know the reasons, but in Skyrim, if you play Skyrim long enough, you eventually tend towards a stealth archer. No matter what you start as an assassin or a mage
Whatever,
or warrior,
okay.
you just end up becoming a stealth archer, just because that's the most fastest way to play the game and the most OP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I only pulled out my bow. Man, I had quite a hectic bow, but I only pulled it out
Yeah.
when I was in like real trouble. Like when you're fighting those guys with the dragon masks. Those like the priests or something.
The dragon priests.
Those guys, they used to give it to me sometimes,
Yeah.
dude. Holy smokes! And I would just like hide away, pull out bow. Be like, I need to at least get this guy down to here. Then I can fight him.
See, you're following the trend. You live from the stealth archer.
No, the magic didn't work. It didn't work. It just wasn't good enough. You can't beat.
Thing is, it doesn't scale. So like Skyrim doesn't scale. Eventually, when you get to like level 99, all your enemies are just too powerful. So stealth archer is just like the way to go.
So your destruction, it's like your magica or magic whatever. I forgot what it's called now. Like
it's magica, yeah.
Only the bar only gets like to a certain level, and then you also start using bigger skills and bigger, like you're pushing like your expert level, master level destruction spells consume a lot.
Yeah.
You can't just keep using them, like spamming them.
Yeah. I think the only way to like balance the game is to actually mod your game, but most people mod and break the game.
Yeah, no. The only mods I had were, what was it? Just to change people, and then I think I just added like, I just got the extensions. But in terms of mods, I think I got some new followers. I think those people that you can, like I think like some stronger ones or whatever.
Cool, those are actually cool.
Things. So it's been a while since I played Skyrim. Actually, I think it's been since the last time I played Skyrim was like 2021.
Yeah,
it's been a very long time.
Same. Well, we should just end the podcast here and go home and play some Skyrim. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.